reincarnation, and at best maybe 80 years. The thing is, we take it for granted, this chance, this life that we've been given, and we tend to just spend it day by day, and maybe sometimes reflecting back on, wait a minute, what do I really want to do? What's the purpose of all this? And then we tend to forget it again and just carry on. But some of us are more luckier than others. If you think about it, if you're born in the West, if you're born in the UK or US, if you're white, if you're middle class, or if you're rich, or of a family that is of those, then your life is pretty okay. I mean, obviously there's still going to be those personal things that you go through, deaths, sufferings, anxiety, all those different kinds of pressures that affect us all, no matter where we are. But you might not go through the fact of not having a home, or having to worry about where you're next going to get your meal from, or that you're not going to get any Christmas presents, or you see your mother struggling, or your father got shot by a person that looks exactly like you but is of a different religion or caste or place. If you think about all that, you think your one life, most of the people that are going to be listening to this are probably from that field, and maybe from poorer families as well, but still even those have a better existence than some people, especially if, say, you're black or a person of colour. We all know of George Floyd, we all know of many different things. That's the most extreme sense of it. All the day-to-day sufferings that people of colour have to go through, how they don't get the same jobs, they don't get the same respect, they get looked at, and all that kind of stuff. Imagine all that. But then imagine also the people living in poorer countries like Palestine or India or Pakistan or Somalia, Ethiopia, or whatever the name of the place that we've given it. All human beings. But imagine yourself being born in their shoes. We've all seen these charity videos on television, we've all seen the news, we've all seen documentaries of suffering. So imagine that you're waking up to rockets being fired. You don't know if it's going to hit your house. You don't know if you're walking outside. You can't walk outside because it's too dangerous anymore. You can't go to the shops. You have to starve a little bit because you can't go get your food. Imagine that. Your mother or your father, your sister, your brother, your uncle that you love so much is laying with blood pouring out of his leg because someone shot him and he's going to die, and you have to watch him die and you're never going to see him ever again. Or you're that child that's on the bed, flies all over its face, you can see your lungs, your ribs, you haven't eaten, you've got malaria or you've got some kind of disease, and you're taking your breath so difficult, and you've only had maybe a year's existence. You haven't even tasted the beauty of life yet. Some of these things are out of our control, and this reminds me like that serenity prayer of that you should only change the things that you can, basically it's saying. But a lot of these things, our existence, the way we live, the system that we live within is within our control. That's what really frustrates me a lot. I can't get that out of my mind, this idea that we do actually have this free will. If you believe in God, we've been given free will. That's in the Bible, it's in the Quran, it's in the Torah. If you believe in not religion, then obviously it means that there's no higher power and that everything is man's decision. Why would we choose to live in a way where there's suffering? I don't get it. It's just the thing that I can't, maybe it's not purposeful and it's accidental and it's come a long way, and maybe in the future we will get to a stage where we won't live in this kind of place where there's some people that are suffering and some people that are not, when they don't need to be. Because medicine can easily be shared without money. Money is, of course, one of the major problems of it, and this idea of possession of land, possession of items, where we don't really have any of that possession. if you think you're only going to live for 80 years at best, that even the house that you bought is never going to be yours forever. Everything that you've got is going to be somebody else's. If we only had that kind of mentality, that thinking, and I think that comes from birthdays and Christmases, maybe that's why a lot of Muslims and Christians don't like to celebrate birthdays, because it gives you that identity, it gives you that idea of possession. You're given something that's yours. This is your birthday present, this is your Christmas present. It gives you that idea of wanting things, of possessions. And then you buy into the idea of your country, your patriotism, and your identity. Your identity is this, that, and the other. It's just another box, just another way dividing us into different boxes. And then we look at each other in different boxes and we get envious, or we think they're better or worse than us. Whereas we're only in one real box, a true box, humanity. Each one of us, brother and sister. Even the idea of the family is a dividing factor that's not really true. It's just a way that we've boxed things up because that's what humans like to do. But it just really frustrates me that a lot of these things, a lot of the sufferings that we see in the world, these disagreements, are because of the way that we've been taught, to have these identities, to the way that we see each other. We don't see each other as fellow human beings. We see each other as, as in, you're this, you're that. You're black, you're white, you're Israeli, you're Palestinian, you're Indian, you're Pakistani, you're English, you're Scottish, you're Texas, you're Californian, whatever the different dividing factors are. You're Muslim, you're Christian, you're Man United, you're Arsenal. I don't know, it just really frustrates me that to me it seems, I know it's a very complicated thing because we have to unravel so much time and so much. But the thing is, like I always say, it's the people in power, they're the ones that never really want to change it. They probably don't even see these things the way that we see them. Because why would they? They're living the luxury. Yeah, they give a bit of money here and there, but they never suffer, do they? They're never going to want to give up all the things that they've got to equal things out so that everyone can live their best life, every single one of us. I guess that should be the new normal that we all struggle for. A better existence for every single one of us equally. Take care, take it easy, God bless and peace.